What's up, YouTube? This is fucking stupid ass KG. Ow! And this is me, and this is the Drunk Quickie, and we're here to talk to you about Ozark on Netflix. Ozark, like the Ozark Mountains. Ozark in Missouri.
Sounds like some
Missouri,
redneck
Arkansas.
inbred bullshit right now.
Well,
darn tootin', let's go. Round them up, boys.
I honestly kind of thought the same thing, but there's like some big Mexican cartel that's making its way in there.
Okay,
so
who the fuck is in it?
If you haven't watched Ozark on Netflix yet, and you do not want to get spoilers, please stop watching this show, because we are about to spoil the fuck out of this show. That being said...
Like a kid in a candy store.
Do you even know what that means?
That's how I am, though. Like, I take my kids to the candy store, and we walk away with, like, $100 worth of candy, so they're spoiled.
But is it you that walks away with...
That's the toy store.
Oh.
I walk out with, like, NECA and Lego and
Arms
Star Wars
full.
Black Series.
So, before we get into our spoilers, we really enjoyed this show. And if you haven't watched it yet, and you're looking for somebody to tell you to go watch it, we're drunk, and we're at the bar, and just like any other drunk at the bar, what we're going to tell you is go fucking watch it. Watch it. It's a good show. Don't watch it with your kids. Don't watch it with your mom. Don't watch it with your grandma.
How many episodes?
10, I think. But definitely go watch this show with other adults, because it's pretty much worth your while. If you liked Fargo, or what else was I really kind of felt like it, not like it had that Fargo-esque feel, but it does kind of in a way. If you like cartel kind of mobster stuff, and you also
organized
crime, and you like Jason Bateman, dry humor,
Guy's a sexy bitch,
sarcastic humor, stuff like that, you're really, really gonna like this. I love Jason Bateman. Absolutely, totally love Jason Bateman. Watch anything he's in. Absolutely, totally love.
Yeah, the show. I mean, I didn't know where it was going from like the first episode. I really couldn't figure it out in like the first like 10 minutes. But then it got serious. And it got serious real fucking quick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I liked it.
So I think at this point we're going to say spoilers beyond right now.
Yeah.
If you've not seen it yet, stop, go watch it, and come back and let us know if you agree with everything we're about to say.
So it's a Netflix original.
It is.
Yeah.
Spoiler, 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 spoiler. Here it comes.
Put the little icon on the screen.
Spoilers.
We'll do it.
3, 2, 1. Fuck you, you're on your own. This fucking show was so awesome. I literally could not contain myself every day. When he would come home from work, it was time to watch Ozark. And it took us forever to finish it, probably almost a week to finish 10 episodes. But we did it. And there were so many parts I was like, shut up. No. And there was one part I literally went like this, which isn't necessarily like me. You know what part. You know what part I'm talking about.
There were a lot of parts. What parts?
Spoiler. The part that Dell gets his whole fucking head blown off. Hello?
He looked like the fucking flower thing from fucking...
The Demigorgon. He looked like a Demigorgon from Stranger Things. Dude, Dell, his name is like Asa Morales or something. He plays Richie Valens' brother on, Richie!
He's like one of the leaders. He's probably like maybe second or third command.
He's like a sergeant. He's like a
drug
sergeant
cartel.
of the biggest Mexican drug cartel.
No, it was the second biggest drug cartel in Mexico, because they state that in the show.
Second biggest drug cartel in Mexico. Now, I'm not into my drug cartels, so I couldn't tell you what that was.
Well, I do buy drugs directly from the drug cartel.
Okay.
And I can tell you that I have dealt with, not Jason Bateman, but I have dealt with this Dell character before.
Oh, you have.
And I can tell you that popular belief is they're second best.
Oh, okay. I don't know what first best is, though.
Probably Pablo Escobar, if I had to guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Like
uh,
on Yelp, they have like a 4 out of 5 rating versus Pablo Escobar has a 5 out of 5.
oh,
For
I see.
sure. Yeah.
Well, speaking of ratings, Rotten Tomatoes has this show at 65%, which for us is kind of odd. I did not
Did
actually
you
look
happen to
at the
check
rating.
what Rotten Tomatoes has for Fargo?
I did not.
Because I had like especially seasons 1 and 2, I had like that suspenseful what the fuck is going to happen next vibe from that show. I didn't really get it with season 3 of Fargo. But I'm curious. They were similar in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Um,
Neither of which are set. I mean, they're not both set in North Dakota
no,
or
not at
anything
all.
like
And
that.
then
But
I really don't feel that Ozark at any point in the 10-part series was sitting idle at all.
no.
That there was always, we were always going. We were always, that there was always a new plot device in every episode that was driving these characters. I mean, there were major characters that were lost, and it was shocking. When it happened, we're like, "Whoa, what the fuck? Really?" I mean, I
Right.
thought that this was a major player. You know, I mean, we're introduced to, our core characters. The birds. Martin and Wendy.
Marty and Wendy Bird.
And they had
They
a
had two
daughter and a
kids.
son. The son is kind of Norman Bates-ish, kind
I
of to
don't know.
me.
I think he's just really interested in a lot of things. He is a very inquisitive person, a child.
But
I
he's
think
not
like
your
12 or 13.
normal kid.
He's not your
say
average
from,
12 or 13 year
The
old.
Strain, which is one of my
Or
favorite shows.
Walking Dead, when you have Carl.
Yeah, where you have like these stupid kids making stupid fucking decisions.
I wasn't instantly pissed at this kid.
No.
He actually came through and tried to help his family and did
He's kind of a
as
little
much as he
badass,
possible.
honestly.
He's trying
Yeah.
to be. He really is trying to be. I think though that the wife Wendy, Laura Linney, which took us forever to remember who she was.
Yeah, she actually played the wife to Jim Carrey in the Truman Show.
Yeah.
Just about 15 years older or so.
Yeah.
But as soon as I seen her, I was like, I know that face. And I looked it up on IMDb, and I was like, yeah, okay, I know who that is now.
You should have just asked me because I knew who she was instantly. I couldn't remember her name though.
Truman Show, one of my favorite movies, actually.
But like in the first couple of episodes, you find out like she's screwing some guy.
Oh yeah.
Some lawyer
The
guy.
marriage is definitely on the rocks.
It's on the rocks.
And it seems like there's some type of
but we
sexual
don't
tension.
really know. We don't really know what's going
really
on or why it's on the rocks.
She's fucking around. He's loyal, but he kind of fantasizes about other women. But he's still loyal to her. He's never fucked around at all. But she's kind of doing her own thing. But at the same time, you find out that Jason Bateman, Martin Bird, is involved with a company that is laundering money.
Yeah.
For the second most profitable drug cartel out of Mexico. Mm-hmm. So the first episode, probably 25 minutes through, you're thrown into that. There's bullets in the head and fucking pistol whipping and all this shit, and you're like, this is not what I was expecting going in this show, especially like a Jason Bateman show. So honestly, 25, 30 minutes in, I was fucking hooked.
So you have this like Dell character who's coming in from the cartel, and the whole time I'm like, Richie, like I can't get over the fact he's got the salt and pepper thing, he's got this handsome older guy.
And you're kind of made to believe in the show that he's the fucking Don Juan. He's like the fucking main guy.
But he's not.
He's not.
He's not. He's like this general who's out there for whoever the main guy is. Yeah. And you even kind of are made to believe that Jason Bateman's character, Marty Bird, that he's kind of unaware of what's going on. But then as the series unfolds, you find out he's the fucking leader. Like, he's the one who jumps into all of this feet first.
Brains over brawn. For sure.
And that's it.
We can do spoilers here and there, but I really don't want to give too much away with the show because, I think that one of the most important things of the show is the discovering and the journey.
I agree.
Of what the Bird family goes through with trying to readjust their lives and acclimate to living in the Ozarks, to where, you're not living in like a metropolis of Chicago where they came from. You're in like this backwater town,
Well, and the thing is too, like cartels and drug stuff and all this corruption isn't a vacuum. It's
Well,
all over the
well, I
place.
mean, you have the cartel, but you know, season one kind of leaves you with this local family who does a lot of drug dealing shit. They're kind of like the local cartel, and they have their own thing going on. So you're kind of left with like these future plans after, you know, basically, I mean, they're gonna come back, but the drug cartel is blown away, everyone's gone. That this local family who's been dealing with like opium and all this teams up with Marlon Bird, and they're like, we're gonna set up a Martin Bird. You know, we're gonna set up a riverboat casino on the Missouri River and all this. That's how we're gonna get our profit. Because
and that's season 2.
You know, because the cartel asked them to do $8 million launder that. It was a success. He got into a bunch of different businesses.
He's a fucking smart guy.
He's a smart motherfucker.
Dude.
And towards the end, they came to him with 50 mil. It was
50.
50. Yeah, it was 50 mil. They want him laundered, unless nobody
he
finds out.
He's
sitting on 50 mil.
He has all these other places that he purchased that
I mean, he owns a mortuary. He owns a couple pubs, a strip club. He owns all these things, so he's getting the profit in. And maybe the cartel's out of the way, but I think that in season 2, the cartel's going to find out about what happened. Maybe they're going to send some bigwigs down there.
I don't know.
You know, we'll see what happens. But we're definitely dealing with and I cannot remember the family's name that had been in that area for a while. They own this place. They have been, they've been running drugs. They own this place. So they don't give a fuck. They don't care if the cartels come in. They're like, fuck it, this is our land.
Yeah, you're not.
We're running the drugs. We run the show. So
they're pretty ruthless.
It was pretty cool.
Say, like,
and
that
I mean,
whole fam is pretty
in
ruthless.
the end, that's what you're left with. There's a lot of side components with like locals that are involved that work with the Jason Bateman character that are here and there. They find out about his dealings. They want to take him out. I don't want to spoil the whole show. Check it out. And,
I will totally spoil the whole show.
Enjoy the show. But I do have to say, I mean, I really do want to give this show a rating. And I got to give it a 4.5 out of 5 Sally Beats.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Just because with this show, I wasn't bored.
No.
I never found myself bored with the show at all.
Knew what was going on. And you made a point earlier about how, as a family, they did all this stuff, and that's a big thing. You don't just have Wendy and Martin Bird, you have their 2 kids, which are like
going through puberty, life changes, the riverboat casino, whatever.
I feel like a lot of this has opened some doors that they had originally closed. Yeah. I feel like there was a lot of miscommunication between the husband and the wife that we're getting. So it's not just this like cartel, casino, Al Pacino kind of show.
You know what you get from the thing is that you have a middle-aged man that, his libido is not there anymore, and he's kind of focused on the work, and he's not really giving his wife much of attention as what she needs. And she steps out. And, she fulfills her needs. He finds out, I mean, he knows from...
Can we just point out for just a second that there was a fucking gnarly-ass scene, probably in the first or second episode?
Yeah.
I think it's even in the first episode, where I was like, what? What is this? What is this? Let me just say, a body dropped from 10 or 12 stories up doesn't stand much of a chance.
Yeah, and I don't want to spoil too much, but foreshadowing is played with a lot in this series.
Yeah.
You see a lot of things in the beginning of the series that come into play later in the series, and I really appreciate that. And I mean, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I didn't find this series to be too complex. But it was a good story in itself. But it wasn't too basic, corny. It's like, oh, I got that figured out.
Right? There was some stuff there was a few things where I was like, oh, I called that shit. Yeah. But there was a lot of stuff that actually caught me by surprise, which is
it wasn't telegraphed the whole time.
Right?
To where you're like, oh yeah, Oh yeah.
Well,
Oh yeah.
you know,
I didn't get that.
the creators of the show are the same for The Accountant. You remember that movie with
Yeah,
you
yeah,
watch that?
yeah.
It was if you haven't seen The Accountant, go watch The Accountant. It's really really good. I'm not an Affleck fan, but it was really good. I liked it a lot.
I mean, come on.
And it has
dude.
that same kind
It's
of feel.
Jason Bateman.
It's
I mean-
Jason Bateman. I mean, dude, I know you don't watch Arrested Development, but Arrested Development was great, and everything Jason Bateman is in is great. I hate the fact that people say he looks like my dad because it bothers me because I think he's so adorable.
He does look like your dad. I mean, definitely you should do a side by side.
I'll do a side by side. I'll do a side by
for
side. Jason Bateman and my dad.
of this thing, and show the similarities. And here's the thing: Jason Bateman's getting older, so I do see a lot of similarities in Jason Bateman, versus your dad. But nonetheless, check it out, Ozark.
Totally watch
Netflix
Ozark.
original.
100% recommended by the drunks.
And you could totally binge this in a day if you wanted to.
It's 10
honestly.
episodes. We watched 10 episodes of, 8 episodes of Stranger Things in a day.
Yeah.
Twice in a row, 2 days in a row.
And you know what? The acting, it's good acting.
Even by the kids.
Yeah.
I totally
the kids
believe
did
the
a great
kids.
job.
There's the young character from Ruth Langmore. There's a whole other group of people who are
And
kind
there's
of trashier.
there's a surprising homosexual relationship.
Right?
That
it kind of runs the gamut.
it felt real to me
Uh-huh.
more than any other homosexual relationship I've ever seen in a show.
Yeah.
And it was believable. It was raw. It was like,
well, the guy
okay.
himself, the guy who you don't even think at first would
Yeah.
be, but then you find out he has all these relationships and he's just kind of a sociopath but he's gay, and so you get this vibe that he's kind of just using these partners as conduits for whatever it is he's looking for. You have this Langmore tribe and all these kind of trashy kids. And I say trashy loosely, I mean, you have what you have and you get what you get.
It's Lake County.
It's if you're not from California, Lake County is kind of the trashier part of.
It's like you got Mendocino, but Lake County.
There's Lake County. So I mean, there's a lot of heroin and meth and all that kind of stuff. But you have these kids whose parents are in jail and all this stuff. But there's
they're kind of they got to fend for themselves,
right? But there's a young matriarch of this Langmore group.
What was her name?
Ruth.
Ruth. She was a badass.
She's
a little badass.
I am very impressed by her.
I didn't like
acting.
her hair, but she was a little badass.
I think, but it's natural.
Yeah.
It's just her hair.
It was like top ramen.
It did. Yeah, she's kind of a little badass, but you can tell that she is a badass because she's been forced into this life of crime.
Yeah.
And a necessity of survival, and I can respect that in her. But if you have not gone to Netflix and watched Ozark, borrow a friend's login or get the 30-day free trial and watch some Ozark. It's really, really good.
It's
I
quick.
Can't really say anything about it.
It's not too complicated.
There are some sex scenes and some stripper scenes, so you see some tits and stuff. So you want to make sure that your kids are out of the room.
Yeah.
If you really monitor.
And we do have a
that kind of
couple
stuff.
homosexual scenes. If anyone's for or against that, just letting you know. I wasn't offended. I'm not homosexual in any way.
But I don't want to say graphic, but you get the idea, graphic enough to get the idea. I would not let my 13-year-old watch this show. It's not. No.
If you're into organized crime,
which I am, and drugs, which I am,
drugs,
strippers, awesome. Jason Bateman, cool.
Yep.
Laura Linney, good dimples.
It's a good show.
It's a great show.
Check it out.
Definitely
and I'm really excited. I mean, it's going to take a year, but I'm really excited for season 2 to see where it goes.
Yeah.
And I just think that the Martin Bird character, Marty, whatever you want to call him, I think that he's eventually just going to have his own gig because he's so fucking smart in the show. And the thing is that he talks himself out of situations.
He's
a
frying pan into the fryer.
But
guy.
he always fucking delivers.
He delivers. He delivers.
And he's in a lot of situations to where his life's on the line.
Yes.
We're at the chopping block. He talks his way out of it, and he produces. It might take him a while, but in the end, if you're a mafioso boss or a cartel boss, it might take a while, but you're going to get your profit in the long run, right?
That's it, yeah.
No matter what your investment
Yeah.
is. I mean, if you can take 8 mil, launder it, turn in 10, 12 mil, there has to be some type of respect there to where you get 50 mil. Launder this for me, clean it for me.
Right.
Let's get it into the population. But now,
I honestly didn't
now
know.
with the cartel gone, he's sitting on over 50 mil.
What are you
What's he
gonna
do with it?
What are you gonna do with it? I
Yeah.
honestly didn't know what money laundering literally meant in literal terms until I watched this
Well,
show.
you're putting it back in
But you can't just do that because you have all these fresh bills.
small increments.
But didn't you see? You have to
Investments.
actually launder it.
Well, yeah,
They
I mean, you have to.
literally washed this money.
You have to make it look used.
They
Like you
shake
said,
it up.
rub it in dirt.
No, he put it in a bag with
Yeah.
change, and he shook it up with all this
Yeah.
change. And I'm like, oh my god, dude. So yeah, and they throw it in the washing machine, and they're literally washing this money
But-
so that it looks like it's been in circulation
Right.
for a while.
But he does, I mean, he's really smart. He's book smart. And I think at the end of the day, I don't think he really gives a fuck about his wife. But I know he loves his kids. And
I have to disagree.
you think they have something for his wife?
I think he really deep down he does not want
I-
anything bad to happen to
I
his wife.
I really
if
thought.
he wanted something bad to happen to his wife, he would have let Dell kill
No,
her in episode 1.
no, because I think that his plan was to get the fuck out of Dodge, do his own thing for Dell, get his wife and kids out of the picture, witness protection, whatever. I mean,
He needed the wife to take the kids.
He needed the wife to take care of the kids.
Oh, I see.
I don't
I
think he
see.
has any
But
feelings for his wife whatsoever.
I do.
But that's just me.
I feel like because if he didn't, he would have slept with those hookers. He wouldn't have just sat there. He would have been sleeping with those hookers, and he didn't because he has some kind of moral compass, and
Well,
that
he
moral
does have a
compass says
moral
he loves
compass.
his wife.
Well, I think
I
he's
think
married.
it hurt him
He's
a
married.
lot what she did too.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, it hurt him big time. And I think that he really absolutely does still. And he knows that while cheating is a one-person gig, he played a lot. I didn't break it. He played a huge role in why she decided to move on to somebody else.
We're actually dealing with like family stuff. You know, a lot of issues that families deal with nowadays. Things are tough. Money's tight.
Yeah.
You know, a guy that goes to work and just busts his ass at work and doesn't have time for his wife. Sometimes the wife steps out. So you have to deal with that. You know, there might be a wife that is extremely successful and the husband just feels like a piece of shit, and you know, the wife is just busting her ass, doesn't have time, the husband steps out. So you deal with a lot of that, of what's involved in a marriage, real talk, as they say, you know, real problems. And also dealing with the fact that you have 2 teenage children, you know, that are going through changes and are trying to discover themselves. And I really enjoyed some of the kids' storylines in the show. I didn't find them boring.
We kind of have kids that age too. So,
You know, a lot of
yeah.
times when you get a show, you kind of have this kid side story that goes on.
And the kids are fucking stuff up.
You know, you're kind of like, okay, let's get to the
these
meat and
kids-
potatoes here.
Yeah.
But with this show, it was kind of like, okay, you know, I get what's going on. I mean, this is a trying time, and it takes probably halfway through the season for these kids to be told what's up.
Right.
Because they're kind of like, so we're leaving Chicago, we're going to Missouri, the Ozarks. Like,
Oh, and by the
you know?
way, we're living in a home with some crazy old guy who's dying.
But let me tell you, that's the gem of the show.
Oh my
Okay,
god,
no,
I
no, no.
love him so much.
Don't spoil him because
I'm not gonna spoil anything.
he
but I love him
is
so much.
the best part of the
I love
show.
him so much.
For sure.
So, what would you rate this show?
I think I gave it a 4 out of 5.
Did you say that? I'm sorry.
I think so. I'm drunk. I don't know.
Me too. Whatever.
I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5.
Me too. Totally 4 out of 5.
And the only reason I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 is because I'm not a fan of sex on my screen. I
And
don't
they
care.
Have a lot of, well, not a lot. I don't want to say a lot. They have enough sex that we're like, oh my god, let's go.
I get sex at home. I don't need to see it on my TV. I get it. It might be a part of the thing, like writing books or in movies and shows.
Well, if
I
you're
don't need a lot of
filming a scene in a strip club, you're probably going to see some boobies. But I don't need to see this guy getting a blowy from another guy to know that he's gay.
Or
like,
a pregnant
I get
stripper.
That he's gay.
I'm just gonna put it out.
Well, I get that too because it's the Ozarks, people. It's the Ozarks, and this is kind of statistically popular.
It's like Raymond in California. I've learned this.
Raymond. The town.
Yeah.
It's not too far from here, you know.
I know.
Okay.
It's
so we're giving it a 4.5 and a 4.5, so like a 9 out of 10. That's pretty damn good on the Sally B scale.
Oh, absolutely.
So from the drunks, you're getting a thumbs up. Definitely go and check out Ozark with Jason Bateman and Laura Linney.
But I do definitely
Netflix.
Want you to put a picture of your dad up next to Jason Bateman.
I'll do it.
Okay, do it.
It bothers me so much because I think Jason Bateman is so cute, and I don't want to think.
But you have to admit, as he gets older, he starts to look like your dad.
He does.
He does.
I guess I look like my dad enough that I should be grateful that like my dad's kind of a good-looking guy because that means I'm kind of good-looking, I guess.
I do love Jason Bateman, but I've always kind of had a man crush on Paul Rudd.
Oh yeah, totes. If they put Paul Rudd in this show, it'd be over. It'd be totally over. Like I'd be in.
Yeah.
So watch Ozark on Netflix. It's streaming right now. I have no idea when season 2 is coming out. I don't even know that they have one
Probably a year
planned.
from now for sure.
But definitely check it out. So definitely check us out on Instagram, on Facebook, The Official Drunks. If you are into beer, which we drank all of ours, and pop culture,
It's gone, which means I need to go.
Other pop culture like Star Wars and The Strain and all these other cool shows, Stranger Things that are coming up, toys and food and all that shit. Check out our channel. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button, which is right down below.
You said The Strain?
Yeah, I did.
Not me after Mexican food, right?
No,
okay.
Definitely not.
Okay. The show.
The show, The Strain.
Okay. Not me after like, yeah. Well.
We get the idea.
Yeah, okay.
So hit that little bell because when you do, that bell is just going to let you know every time that we get drunk and come on and just do stupid shit. So whether it's beers or toys or pop culture or just regular drunken shenanigans, you'll be notified and we can hang out. So this is KG. This is me. This has been a Drunk Quickie. We're the Drunks.
Ozark. Check it out.
Watch it.
And check me out.
Hey. I'm glad that your arm is way down there because sometimes you hit me with it. We'll see you next.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!